Hey y'all, welcome in. Welcome in. If you are new or just passing through to my channel, welcome. My name is Tam. I am also known as the Enlightened Auntie, and if you are returning, welcome back, squad. I'm here today to do another general collective reading. We're not sign specific here, we're also gender fluid. I may say you and I'm talking to them. I may say them, I'm talking to you. Put yourself in the story wherever you seem to fit. Remember that time and energy are fluid, so I could be talking about the recent past, the present, or the future. Take only the parts that resonate for you now, leave the rest behind, and if you would like to book a personal, more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. If you are new here, relatively new, my readings tend to reach into the future, just a little bit. So if you go into my archives about 6 to 8 months, you may find some titles back there that resonate more for you now. So feel free to dig around back there. I am going to use my triple deck. We're going to start off with the triple deck today. Happy Saturday. It has been raining like crazy in California. It's well after 11 a.m. and I'm just now getting my ass up out of bed. I mean, truth be told, I was up at 5:45 to take my son to work, but when I got back home, I went back to bed. And I was having a really hard time waking back up because I was having some really crazy dreams. Like, really crazy. Alright. Let's tap in and see what Spirit wants to talk about. What do we need to know about today? What's going on in Karmicville? Because evidently that's what we keep finding out. We keep hearing about these karmics and all this shit. You know, at one point I used to be really frustrated because I'm like, God, why does this stuff keep coming up? But I understand it's because these folks are still in our energy. Heavily in our energy. They're cyber stalking. They're gang stalking. It's goofy behavior because they think we don't know. We know. Oh, we know. Alright. Let's tap in. And since I don't have class today, and it's raining, and I really don't think I'm going anywhere, you might get 2 readings today. I'm kind of torn. I'm like, oh, I want to paint. I do want to paint, which I will do today. But I really wanted to sit down and throw some cards. So I've been thinking about it. I was thinking about it all morning, like while I was laying in bed. I think that was part of the dream process too. I was just trying to figure out a way how to get down to my office. How do I get back to my office so I can throw cards for you guys today? Alright. I think they're well shuffled. Oh, you wanted to come out first. Oh, somebody's mad. Somebody's really upset. They're probably talking a gang of shit because something is being rocked with their stability. So it could be like, I heard access denied. Okay. Access denied. Now the funny part about it is, whoever this person is, I think they've been trying to like I think I mentioned this during the live, and I don't remember if I completely finished the thought when I was talking about it. But the points that these people, the points that they keep trying to like inflame by way of like triggering or whatever, they are basing it on like we'll say it's a past version of you, okay? Excuse if you hear my son playing video games. He's very excited. It's kind of like one, they don't know this version of you, and I've talked about that. They don't know this version of you, so they don't really, it's kind of like they don't really know what to attack. So the things that they have attempted to attack or to, cause you to, they want you to engage. They want you to engage with them. They want you to be mad. They want you to like speak out. They want you to do all these things, right? But they can't get you to. They can't get you to, and mostly it's because the things that they have been targeting are areas of our lives that we've already healed. So they don't really, they don't really affect you the same way they did, back in the day. Especially if it was things that, would have affected your confidence, because I think the confidence level is definitely different. And they're really mad about it. Ooh, they are mad about it. I just saw 555 on the timer. They're mad about it because they can't get you. You're incredibly grounded. But not only are you like physically grounded in your body, your mind is very strong. So they can't do anything to get you to. It's a way, I swear it's a way to reel you in. There's a gotcha in there, but it's not giving what they thought it was going to give. So, because you're just not going to participate. I love it. Love it. They was waiting for you to... They were waiting to draw you in for conflict. They thought that they could trigger you. Look, I said it before the cards came out. They're trying to stir the pot because there's something from the past that they want you to it's like somebody wanting you to relive this trauma all over again. But again, like I said, you're not engaged. You're not engaged. They wanted you to come back to it. I'm sorry, what? I'm not doing that. You're just like, let me tell you, you are not, I think I said in yesterday's reading, I'm like, since you've parted ways, I'm like, it might have initially hurt to make the decision to like part ways from whatever this is or whoever this is. Like I say, and I say it all the time, I've walked away from so many people. I could be talking about anybody because they don't actually have like players just yet. But I've walked away from a number of people, so keep in mind that this doesn't have to be like the same, deadbeat ex. It ain't necessarily, your crazy sister and, wicked aunt or whatever. Just take it how it resonates, okay? I mean, hell, it could be all of them. I'm telling you, this person, whoever this is, oh shit. Yeah, you know what they're mad about? It feels very much like you're not compromising your peace. You're not compromising your peace. You're not overthinking it. I mean, I think it took a long time for you to kind of get into this space where you're mentally, and this person, I was going to say mentally challenged, not in the context that we normally use it in society, but this person, they're truly vexed by the fact that they have been trying. In my mind's eye, I see someone with a blanket, like we'll think like a big bedspread, and they're kind of doing this, like waving it, but it feels like, that motion, and just think anything that's laying on top of it would go flying off, right? It's like they want to disrupt your life, because what I'm seeing, because what this is motion for me. It's kind of like it's a disruption from that, when it's laying flat on the bed. They wanted to disrupt your life. They want your emotions to be all over the place. I'm telling you, I haven't been able to connect those two. And I know I've seen it in the comments before where people have talked about, like, if they can do this one thing. But it feels very much like they're wanting, because every energy that they have tried to project or throw at you, it has just bounced off of you and went right back to them. So now they're struggling right now to kind of let it go. They're struggling to move on. They're 555. I'm like 555 maybe a significant synchronicity for you. The thing about this is that they're trying to create this crazy ass energy for you so that you can be all frazzled in your mind, have your emotions all, upside down. But because you're standing very firm in, I am not focusing on the past. I am looking forward. I do not, I've healed past those wounds and all. I've done all the work. I'm not paying attention to any of that. I'm not looking at it. I ain't thinking about it. I'm moving on with my life, and I'm only focusing right now. I'm talking to a group of people who are eyes on the prize. We're only looking at that 10 of cups. We ain't looking at nothing else. And this person is kind of beside themselves because they can't let it go. They're having a hard time with the finality of your decision. Like, I'm done, I'm standing on business, because maybe in the past, maybe y'all did this thing where you kind of, make up to break up kind of thing. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying this is romantic or anything, but like, maybe you went through those phases. Y'all fall out and then you come back together, even though, folks made you feel crazy or whatever. You came back together and you're like, I'll give you another chance because, you're loving and you're kind. And then at some point you just finally said, fuck it, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. And they're having a really hard time. 555, because they're all connected. They're having a very difficult time with the change and accepting the finality, especially the fact that you've healed. I kind of think that this person underestimated your ability to heal or heal yourself. I said it. I love when this happens. I'm starting to really enjoy it. They're having a hard time accepting the finality of the relationship. It's done. You're not coming back. It's done. They were waiting for you to come back, and you're not. And the thing about it is, none of this has turned you bitter. None of this has turned you bitter. I feel like this person on the flip side, they're bitter as hell. They're bitter as hell because it's a sense of, I've said it before, it's like, how dare you? It's a sense of rejection that they just are not 555. Like, they're just not willing to accept. I also think that there was a little bit of, I think part of them keeping you close, there was some manipulation by way of mind games. And that is the thing that they're also struggling with, because maybe in the past they had the ability to kind of, scramble your brain a little bit. And the thing about it is, it's of no fault of your own, because part of that brain scrambling also had a lot to do with the people that were in your camp that were being dishonest, basically, And if folks made you, it's interesting. And if folks ever made you feel like you, treating you like a redheaded stepchild and made you feel like you was on the outside, they don't like when the shoe is on their foot, basically. They don't like it. They don't like it. And they're really upset that you have found, oh, I love it. I'm just going to say right here, this whole row right here is you. And I feel like, again, you're only focusing on your happiness. If you're in a relationship, you're only focusing on their happiness and your relationship, your partnership, if you are partnered. If you're not partnered, I think this is also a sign that you're Because for some, I feel like there's an energy of though some people may want a relationship, there are some people who want a relationship, and there are other people who are like really solid. And this also could just be you being in a relationship with yourself, like being integrated with your masculine and feminine, and you're good all by yourself. Because I see that too, like you're good by yourself, absolutely. And this person is like really, when I say they're really tripping, that maybe in the past, and I'm not saying that you were ever in a codependent energy, but maybe in the past, like you had people around you or whatever, or you always may have felt like you needed people around you. And I'm like, definitely, as I'm saying it, I'm like thinking of a time in my life where I had a very difficult time sitting with myself, like being by myself. I always needed to have somebody around me. Like I didn't care who it was. I needed to have the presence of someone else around me. I don't need that now. I mean, I love the people that I'm around now, my husband and my children, but I don't need. I very, very much enjoy my solitude as well. So I don't absolutely need to have all of that around me. And I feel like this person, again, what they wanted for you may very well be what this person is experiencing, because they're really struggling with the fact that not only are you very confident, you appear to be also very mysterious. You also appear to be very mysterious. I feel like they're also there's pocket watching out here. Like people don't understand, like you're good, and they don't understand how you got there. How did you go from, how did you go from, maybe at one point you had been really unstable financially, emotionally, mentally, whatever, because that's this right here. How did you, that's crazy. This line right here, it's kind of like a 7. This looks like, okay, if you walked away from people, remember I've talked about this before, like folks telling lies about why you may have departed. This right here kind of looks like somebody telling people, like, oh, the collective went crazy. The collective went crazy. And so they're dismissing you as crazy. The collective went crazy. And I don't know what's wrong with them. That's why they stopped talking to me, and that's why they cut ties with me or whatever. They must clearly have gone crazy or whatever. And then they look up and they see you, that you're fine. You're fine. You're stable financially, whatever you've been working on. Like for me, this is like you've done it. This whole row right here, you've done it on your own. And the bounce back is like, I think they're kind of puzzled by your ability to bounce back. They're wondering who's helping you. They are wondering who's helping you. They think, that's crazy. This person thinks because, well, that they don't have me, like they're the end all be all, somebody must be helping them. Who must be helping them? And if you are partnered, they think that maybe your partner is helping you. Like you could never do it on your own. I'm telling you, these people don't know you. They don't know you. Let me tell y'all. You are now in such a... Oh, yeah. And... interesting. This also kind of looks like there's a whole lot going on here. Because remember when I said up here, it's kind of like they wanted you to like... They're trying to trigger past wounds. So they want you to relive an experience that may have broken your heart in the past. They wanted you to relive an experience, especially if it has something to do with a relationship. I don't know how this works, and I'm laughing. The reason why I'm laughing is like, because I'm talking right now, I'm channeling this information, and the cards are coming out after I've already channeled it, and I'm like, oh, okay. Further confirmation. Yeah. They literally, it's crazy. Okay, and here's the other thing. And if you are in a relationship, this person is crazy. If you are in a relationship, like I said, they're wondering if your partner is the one that's helping you, and that there's a little bit of doubt in terms of your independence, but you have the ability to be independent. Like you whatever you've been doing and working on for yourself, it is starting to bear fruit, right? This person, whoever our individual is in the beginning, who's angry about all this progress that you're making, yeah, you don't have any desire. You don't have any desire to deal with them. You're not interested in bringing them back into your life. You're not interested in playing their mind games. You're aware, you're intuitively aware that there has been some betrayal in the past. This definitely could be somebody that you've been connected to for a very long time. You spent a lot of time being in this person's presence, and you're just not interested. You're not interested. You've healed from whatever that is that broke you in the past. You've already healed from it. And I think the biggest thing, I think I mentioned it yesterday too, it's like one of their biggest problems is the fact that you are, despite everything that you've been through, despite the betrayals and everything that you've experienced, because like I said, they want you to kind of live, it's like they want you to live in the energy of mistrust, because then if you don't trust people, it'll further isolate you. But again, you also work well in isolation. You're fine by yourself. This person, I don't think they're okay by themselves, to be honest. Like I don't think that this person is okay by themselves. Oh, actually this one came out first. And for you, yeah, and if this person has been spreading, let me hold on. And if this person has been spreading lies about you, yep, here's the truth. Here's the lie, and here's the direct connection to the truth, and you being happy. Okay. So if they've been, okay, first let's go back here. I think at some point you may have had, I don't know, it's kind of a low expectation of somebody coming to apologize. This person, whoever's betrayed you. It's kind of like you may have had anticipation of some kind of an apology, but it may have never come. Child, they do not want me to talk. Oh, I don't think this is you. I mean, when I look at the court cards, I don't necessarily look at them as people. I look at them as energy. Okay. I love how the corners are working out. So, this is you. This is you. Let me tell you, you're protected. I mean, I've been saying that. You're very protected, but you're also really guarded. Remember when I said they don't know how you managed to be in the position that you're in, and they've been trying to figure it out. They've been trying to figure it out. But because you have such strong boundaries, You may not, like I said, if you're in a relationship or you've got something going on, you may not discuss it, or if you're on socials, you may not post a lot about it, or you may not post a lot of pictures or anything like that. So there is energy here too, like somebody wondering, like this right here kind of feels like I'm wondering, is the collective single or are they partnered? And they genuinely they don't know because you're so guarded. Then here, it definitely gives, because it all's angled here, this is like the truth coming out about the slander. Like somebody here has been trying to slander your name using, hell, they could even be using old ass information, talking about stuff from your past. Child, I was a wild child at one point. I mean, I didn't really buck wild out till I was like in my 20s, early 20s, before I met my husband. But it's kind of funny because I remember, and I used to annoy the hell out of me. My mother would tell people, and here I was at the time, I think the last time I heard the story coming out of her mouth, I might have already been in my 40s, like, got family, you've been married for a long time. And my mother was like telling jokes about something I did when I was 20, and then trying to like mock me for it without allowing me to explain why I did it, because I had a reason for it. And when I look back now, I mean, the reason was kind of goofy, but I didn't know any better. So, and it was like, because I grew up in an environment where I literally, and I think it also has something to do with the generation of boomers who have Pluto in Leo. I don't know what it is about that particular generation, but they were very showy. Look what I got. Look who I am. Look what I can do. Look how much money I make. Look how much I pay for my car. Look how much I pay for my house. I never understood why my parents often talked about what they spent on their stuff. Like, I don't tell people how much we spend on shit because it ain't nobody's goddamn business. It's nobody's business. I don't think anybody cares. But when I was a kid, when I was in high school, my mother wouldn't allow me to date till I was 16. And so, because I was a year younger than all of my peers, like, I literally didn't turn 16 till I was damn near a senior in high school. And when I was a junior and 16, my boyfriend was a senior. And when it was time for him to go to prom, my mother would not allow me to go to prom with him. I just saw 28 on the clock. She wouldn't let me go to prom because, oh, I love this. She wouldn't let me go to the prom because she refused to buy me a dress and said that she wasn't paying for she wasn't paying for anything for a prom that wasn't my own. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But as a result, my boyfriend took another girl and then ended up breaking up with me to be with that girl. And then during our senior year, me and that girl had classes together. And I was in love with that boy. So every day I had to look at this girl and listen to her tell stories about them. It was such a wild time for a 17-year-old girl. And so when I got to college, and I had a boyfriend or whatever, but whatever. Like, I had a boyfriend, but in hindsight, looking back, he was every bit of the player that I might have also been at the time. And I met a boy, my best friend at the time, my childhood best friend. Her brother was entering high school. And the year that I turned 20, I was dared. It was on a dare. And because I was that girl, like, dare me, I'll do it. My bestie dared me to get a young man in high school to ask me to the prom. I don't even know why that was a thing, but okay, whatever. He was cute, and he was the most popular boy in the school at the time, and at the high school that my friend's brother went to. And so I met him, he got to know him, we exchanged numbers, he asked me to the prom, and so I went. For him, it was bragging rights. He was going to the prom with a girl in college, so for him it was bragging rights, right? And that prom, it was a disaster. You know, the guy that I went with, his best friend got into a bad car wreck on the way to the prom, and we stayed with them. We missed pretty much the whole thing because we were staying with them, waiting for the tow truck and everything. Kid totaled out his grandfather's Jag. It was a mess. It was a mess. But my mother talked so much shit over the years about me going to this prom at age 20. And the main reason why I went is, one, the dare. But two is because I only was allowed to go to my own prom when I watched all of my friends go to multiple proms. And at that time, that was the thing to do. And so at the point where I went, I was excited because I was like, well, one, I could afford to get my own dress. I ain't got to rely on somebody else. And like, I'm grown. I could do what I want to do. And I went, but I went not like, I don't know. I went to have fun. It was nothing serious, but it was a disaster. But my mother talked shit about me being 20 years old, going to a prom for all of my life. Like, I don't know. It was weird. And so I kind of feel like this whole line here, I'm telling you, there's somebody here who's they just been talking shit about like an old version of you that doesn't have anything to do with who you are right now. And the truth of what people can actually see, because this is the truth right here, the truth of what people can actually see is you're very smart. Very smart, highly intuitive. You have a very gentle nature about you. You're very generous. I think you're generous, you're grounded, you're confident. I love the fact that there is this inner child healing. And I love the fact that, I'm going to keep on saying it, you don't look like what you've been through. You don't embody the bitterness, because I mean, the shit that we've been through can absolutely make a bitch bitter. You know? But you're not. You're not bitter. You have love in your heart. You're grounded. You have done so much healing. You have done so much healing. And you've overcome all of the challenges. And because of that, these challenges that you've overcome, you did it because you made a conscious choice to change. You wanted change. So it's, the choice is either I can stay in this low, depressive ass, emotionally discombobulated state, or I can get my shit together. I can heal and ground, put all this shit behind me, and go on with my life. You know what I mean? Whoever this person is that's been telling lies, they're definitely worried about their lies being exposed. Or the lie has been exposed. Because there is exposure out here. And what people are really seeing, I'm telling you, there's somebody here, and the only reason why they've said so many things about you, but it has a lot to do with your ability or inability to like take care of yourself, or to just be real solid on your own. And honestly, this person, they feel like I don't know, they thought you would come back. Somebody here feels entitled to the fact they thought you would come back. They thought you would come back to a relationship, or at least allow a, an entryway. But you're only focusing, when I say your boundaries are up, you ain't dealing with nothing, especially if it's your family. It's funny, I hadn't considered this part. If this is your family, or if it has anything to do with your family, your boundaries are firm. Boundaries are firm. You're not interested in engaging in anything that brings displeasure or makes you unhappy. You're not entertaining it. And you're firm in your resolve in terms of, like, I'm not fucking with it. You're firm in that. And I think the other thing that kind of pisses this person off is because you're still unconditionally loving, you just don't have anything to give to them. And it doesn't mean that you, this part ain't for everybody. Because some people, if it's family, you may have love for them, but you're like, I'm gonna love you from over here. And then some folks, some of y'all are just like, I don't care. I'm over it. I think that's where I am. Truth be told, like, yes, I'm unconditionally loving, and but honestly, I'm not even reserving space in my heart. I'm not even reserving space in my heart for people who I know do not genuinely love me the same way. I just don't have the capacity. So the only thing that fills my heart are the people that are close to me, that I have love for. The people that pour into me the same way that I pour into them. And let me tell you, before I even go further, I am so appreciative of the client friends and subscriber friends that I have made over the course of the last couple of years. I so appreciate my connection to you people, you ladies. You know who you are. Because it reminds me, through my sessions with my clients, particularly the live sessions, because we're, engaging live, where I've truly learned over the course of the last several years just how connected we all are in this collective. So it's no surprise to me now that we all have these bizarre shared experiences that we are all individually healing and growing from. And I am honored. I'm honored to be your guide. Oh my God, I feel like crying. I'm honored to be your guide. Okay, let's continue. Yeah, like I said, they wanted to kind of stir the pot and keep you in a past energetic bubble that you really had to fight like hell to get out of. Yeah, crazy. Okay, now remember when I said maybe 2 days ago, I think I might even talked about it on live. Okay, so what it feels like is like the revelation of certain lies. And remember all the people that they had bandwagoned around them to hear these stories and these lies. It kind of feels like there was this expectation, and I'm pretty sure that it probably worked for some. Probably worked because, like, literally, I don't talk to anybody, but I cut them off. It wasn't the other way around. So, like, for people who, and that's the other thing, some people actually feel like they cut you off and not really realizing it. Nah, I had left long before you thought about it. Like, I left long before you thought about it. I'm kind of getting the impression right here that what they were expecting people to, like, walk away from you, and what it looks like is folks are walking away from them. And now this is causing a little bit of a rift between them and the people that they have around them. Because I feel like God gave you a second chance because you decided to make new choices. You consciously made a choice to heal, to overcome, the struggles, and to do the healing work on yourself. God decided to give you another opportunity. And all it required of you was to reject the past and to see everything for what it actually is, not what you wanted it to be. And that healing, oh, love it. That healing, you get another chance because really everything that you got out of the relationship was trash. Nothing but betrayal, nothing but lies, nothing but hurt, cruelty. They can no longer affect you. Why? Because you've healed. Who did? Oh. Hush, Lucky. And it's not like I can let him out. I mean, I could, but it's raining cats and dogs outside. You know what's crazy? Remember the example I just gave about storytelling about things from your past? Let me tell you. This person, I'm basing it off of this card. This person told so many stories. They would tell the story to anybody who would listen. They tell the story over and over again. Because ultimately the main goal was to get people to stop wanting to fuck with you. They didn't want people to they didn't want people to give you any attention or any time. So I'm just gonna keep on spreading these lies, and hopefully, when you look up and nobody's around you, you're gonna, your feelings are gonna be hurt, whatever. But you're, like I said, they're targeting areas of your life. Like maybe you had an abandonment wound at one point. You healed that. So being by yourself is not a big deal. You know what I mean? They wanted you to be focused on, breaking up relationships or whatever. But I really feel like there was a component there with like a heartbreak, something that you experienced from your past. Like it's like they wanted you, because I don't know, there may have been a significant relationship for you in the past, because everything seems to go back to like a relationship breakdown. But it kind of feels like, and it was somebody that you really love, so it kind of feels like they wanted to keep you mentally and emotionally kind of in a stuck space where you wouldn't be able to proceed forward because you were constantly reliving this wound, right? And it was a relationship, specific to a relationship wound. It's kind of like having to learn, I heard safety. Like learning that, like having to learn that you are, like, you by yourself, especially if you are single, that you're safe. Like this all comes with being grounded and everything. It's like understanding that you are safe. This person just likes to run their mouth. And what people are really seeing, is your resilience. Regardless of the lies that this person tells, people see how much you've healed. They see how much you've accomplished. Again, I don't know if you're, if you've got a public platform or you're in the public eye, but they haven't been able to stop shit. They haven't been able to stop anything. And what they wanted was, they wanted for people to like walk away from you. They wanted folks to reject you, and you're like, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. Walk away. I'm healed. I give me some new friends. Create a new family. That's why I'm always talking about, I'm like, I would much rather you focus on the family that you created, not the one you came from. Do not go back. Nope. I said you reject, and you are rejecting anything that don't look like your Ten of Cups. If it don't look like the Ten of Cups, because you're very clear on what you, you clear on what you want and what you don't want. Very clear. You know what your Ten of Cups is, and anything that comes into your energetic field that is not a reflection of that Ten of Cups, you don't want it. Love it. And that's where and a lot of it too also had to do with self-love. Learning how to, because that also comes from that abandonment wound. It's like learning how to love yourself so that you do feel safe. You don't feel the need that you require somebody else to like love on you so that you can feel safe and whole. You healed that. I'm telling you, God was giving you a second chance, but you needed to see through the fog. You needed to see through the fog in order for you to figure. And I think there may have also been a time too where you weren't really clear about what your Ten of Cups is. And this is the reason why I talk about it so heavily on the channel, because I understand, just because I've had a gajillion clients that struggle with this one thing. Because when you don't have a clear idea, if you don't have a clear idea of what it is that you want, what you will see is fragmented pieces, little bits and pieces of what you want, what you think you want, right? But it'll never fully actualize because you aren't clear about what you want. So you are kind of energetically sending the universe mixed signals. If you're not clear, right? I think you've gotten very, very clear. But it also starts with loving yourself first. Because if you love yourself, you're not going to tolerate some of the shit you did when you didn't love yourself. You know what I mean? Think about the times when you didn't really love yourself or know how to love yourself, and think of all of the bullshit that you were tolerating in that time. We're not going back to that. We're not going back to that. No, we're not. Because now we are we're finally grounded through all of the work that we've done and all of the healing that we've done and have been persistent on doing. And you also recognize what it's kind of like, you through the work that you've done to heal, you recognize, again, like I said, what you do want and what you don't want. And you can't really have an expectation of other people getting on board, because we all have, we're all positioned to do our own work. You can't be worried about these people. If they don't want to get on board, fuck them, leave them where they are. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're not giving. Yeah, I said it. I was like, yeah, they've been telling people that the collective is crazy because, the collective walked away. The collective walked away from us, and I don't know what their problem is. And then they go into these stories about, I remember a time when blah, 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 blah. And then everything that you've ever been through, like all those hard times that they may have contributed to help you get there, they sit around and powwow and talk to anybody who will listen. Well, let me tell you about my son. Let me tell you about my daughter. Let me tell you about my daughter-in-law. Let me tell you about my sister. Let me tell you about my brother. This person will talk to anyone about you. And now they mad. I kind of feel like the people, oh yeah, that's what this is. So now this is kind of like the people turning on them. But you said the collective, da 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 da. And I can see, I can see very clearly that the collective is happy. Collective is solid. Collective is stable. Collective is making money. Collective is independent. Collective manages a whole lot of shit. You got a lot. You got a lot going on. You got a lot going on. And it doesn't prevent you from maintaining your other relationships. It doesn't deter you from doing any of the work that you need to do. And all of the people that literally turned their back on you because of whatever this person was saying, now they're all turning to this person and they're like, you said. Huh. Oh, that's crazy. Because normally I would clarify with the major arcana. I didn't even grab. I forgot all about this deck, and I just kept going with this. So we'll keep going. I'll do one more line, and then we'll grab the majors. I mean, I've got a pretty solid story right here. That's 4. Crazy. Yeah, so anything that may have held you back in the past from moving away from this, oh, you ain't being held back no more. Okay. Now the people, all the people involved, they're mad because of whatever this person told them, they stopped fucking with you, right? So you're like, okay, cool. They never anticipated that you, in the absence of them, would do all of this healing work, get yourself stable or whatever. And I do feel like it may have taken you a long time. It's interesting because when I look at this Knight of Pentacles, this particular Knight of Pentacles gives me the energy of okay, this Knight of Pentacles gives me the energy of kind of what a lonely journey it must have been for you to do all the healing work and everything that you had. I feel like the recovery was very much like you were in isolation. And it kind of feels heavy, like, because I can see over here, like, this feels like you being celebrated or being supported by people who actually love you, people who, pour into you the way that you pour into them. That's the difference. That's the difference between what you came from and what you have now. And this is what people can see. Despite everything that you've been through, you still maintain a very loving disposition. You're very grounded. You're very generous. But you're generous. The key thing is you are generous with people who are generous with you. Like, everything you do is based on reciprocity. And so you do have this energy around you of people that are like, and they can see very clearly. It doesn't matter what lies this person has told, because what people can see is that you have love of self, you have love of other people. You do have people who are in your life who fully support you, who love on you the same way you love on them. You are very stable, and you had to do a lot of this grunt work by yourself and alone. All of the healing work to recover and reclaim your sovereignty, all while managing a whole life. And these people are now angry because of all the stories that this person told. Folks absolutely did turn away from you, and they were like, oh, well, okay, well, we're going to listen to you, and we're going to turn our backs on the collective. But because of what they see you now, and they see you in a completely different light than whatever your relationships were prior. Now they're mad at this person because they didn't take the time and opportunity to like have foundational relationships with you. Like, they didn't pour into you. They didn't work on the relationships maybe the way that you might have. You may have really tried to push through and continue to foster these certain connections, but it just always felt like, that push pull. It always felt like a little push pull. So you just retracted and said, okay, fuck it, I let it go, and I'm gonna be done with it. So now these people are pissed because you eliminated them, but you eliminated all the people that were associated with them too. So now they're mad because none of them can come along with you on this next leg of your journey. They're all being excluded. Like, all of y'all stay where the hell you are, because you can't come here. You can't come here. All right. Let's pull these back. That was actually a solid read. I'm like, it took me a minute to realize that I didn't have any major arcana cards out there. So like, that's all people. That has nothing to do with the universe or God being involved. That's all the energy of the people. All right, so let's tap into, I'm like, do I want to play with the Kipperish? Or do I want to play with the Kipper Lenormand? You know what, let's do both. I got some time today. Let's do both. Let's do both. Don't forget to smash that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. Hype your girl up wherever the hype button is, child. Even when I listen to videos, like, I listen, I don't watch. So I would never be able to hype anybody up because I listen and don't watch. But if you are watching, hype your girl up. I don't even know what's the, like, is it because like when you hype people up, like it puts them into the algorithm to get more views? Like, I don't even know what the purpose is. I really should start using this deck more often. It's so stiff because I don't use it very often. Alright. First card out, manifestation. So what you working on? Uh-oh. Collective. Are you trying to manifest the exposure of your abuse and put somebody in, so that somebody will end up in jail and lose all of their honor? You want people to, is that what you're manifesting? Tell the truth. You have been trying to manifest this. I'll take these 2 cards. Oh, they're 3 cards. Oh, shit. Okay. You're trying to manifest somebody's demise. It's like, I'm like, I have to pause it. I can't. I'm like, it's a phone call, but I have to pause. I'm like, I have to pause it. I'm like, oof, oof, want to answer the call? Don't want to answer the call. I'm in the middle of recording. Okay, somebody here is trying to manifest somebody somebody who's like in a place of power or a place of authority that people normally respect. Somebody here is trying to manifest that whatever work that they've been doing behind the scenes is exposed, and that they're exposed as a thief. You want the exposure of their abuse, you want the revelation of their thieving ass ways, and the fact that they may have been the third party in your life. What? I'm like, what? And somebody here is not protected. They've lost their protection. And they may be losing their resources. So if they were in a place of privilege, yes. If they were in a place of privilege, because I believe the rich girl is the privileged lady in the traditional kipper. So this woman who may have been, I don't know, she's not a third party, but I don't know who she is in your life. But you're trying to manifest Yes, you're trying to manifest that this person just comes down. Uh-huh. Yes, and if they've done something illegal, you absolutely are you're trying to manifest their imprisonment. The other thing too is, if they had been using some kind of juju in order to manipulate you, they can't anymore because you are grounded. It has a lot to do with your chakras being in alignment. Okay, this one wanted to flip. Oh, so maybe this person was trying to get involved in your relationships. I do feel like you've been protecting yourself and your relationship from the abuse that you were maybe taking early on. Definitely distorted feminine energy. There's some hidden information. Hidden information. Maybe you are the child. Or she may have been manipulating you, doing work on you. Also in an attempt, because I'm like looking at the way, also in an attempt to, like, I don't know what you do for work or like what position you're like holding now. I kind of feel like this is, you may also be self-made, because I got that on the first spread too. Oh, so whoever this woman is, she may also have now usually when I see the change card, even though I see what the image reflects, but normally when I look at the change card, I'm thinking of a relocation, but ship is next to it in the reverse. So it also talks about travel, and this is in the reverse, so it's travel restrictions. There's been a pathway that's been blocked about a home. This is incoming message about this thief. Hidden information, hidden message coming in. This person, you could be a spiritualist. This person may have gotten tarot readings on you or gone to a tarot reader or a practitioner. They wanted you isolated. This is weird. It's kind of like they thought that it's like somebody wanting to have power and dominion over you. But they've done something illegal. And they're conflicted because they don't have any protection, so they can't keep moving forward. Or the pathway for this home. There's something about a house. This house comes out a lot. Okay. So this person is upset because they may be losing their privilege or they're losing their resources while you are experiencing a glow up, more of a glow up financially. Because fish talks about abundance. It could be business success as well. So maybe this person, and that's also a thing, that's also another reason why they could be really upset with this conflict. Because down here we go in this row, it's like somebody getting information about your business success, like you're doing good, and they've been trying to block you from that, and they're pissed off because your pathway appears to be wide open and they don't have any way. The pathway, I have it out here twice in the upright. There's nothing blocking your path. So maybe there's somebody coming towards them with information, official person, stripping this woman of her privilege or the house. See? So there was a decision they made, and they made it. This is an active decision. This is something very like they made a decisive. This is what I'm going to do. They made a choice, and the choice that they made was to do something illegal. It may have had something to. It was something involving a marriage. Marriage is a component. Oh. Yeah, somebody's worried about imprisonment. Somebody's worried about imprisonment. And what did I say? I think I said it in the live, like maybe a spiritualist brought this information out. Yeah, there's just been theft. This woman has been stealing over time. And blocking you from this hidden information. The mountain is out here twice. They've been blocking you from this information. Okay. There's something here. They may be losing this house. So here is, and it may be done publicly. There may be something that's happening publicly, either publicly or like online or something like that. And they've been trying to eliminate you and can't. They've been trying to end. There's something, I don't know. Every time this priestess card comes out and she's in the upright and it kind of aligns with this gift card. It's kind of like if you are a spiritualist, if you're a tarot reader, and I know a lot of tarot readers watch this channel, if you're a tarot reader and you are speaking some kind of truth or whatever, they've been trying to shut you down. They want you to stop, but they haven't been able to stop you, so don't worry about that. Yeah. They've literally been trying to come up against you, trying to keep your mouth shut. They want to eliminate you, but they can't. They want to eliminate you. Well, we know in the past that we've pulled up the unaliving stuff, so there's that. Bad luck. So they're in conflict over the bad luck because your pathway is wide open. You're they're losing their privilege, they're losing their resources. Meanwhile, you are experiencing some type of financial success in some area of your life. Scales. And that's justice. That, like, literally that's supposed to happen. Yes. Especially if you're the child. This scales and child with the official person up here kind of tells me that this is the restoration of your innocence. So if somebody here been spreading all kind of rumors and telling all kind of shit and trying to shut you up or whatever, this right here is the restoration of your innocence when this information is revealed about a house. I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. I can't make this shit up. I can't make it up. Alright, let's do some index cards. Alright, we have a distorted masculine. Legal matters or documents. Somebody uses sex to get their way. They're grieving the loss of you. They rejected you in the past. Someone is impersonating you to try to ruin your reputation and blaming you for their losses. Imagine that. The month of December may be significant. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. Someone tries to convince people that you're crazy. Someone is experiencing anxiety or sleepless nights. They want it to affect your crown chakra. They don't want they don't like if you're intuitive and you're talking. They don't like that. They created drama and now they're experiencing the same. Archangel Michael is out here protecting you. We love it. Someone's in deep despair over the distance. Your silence is loud. You probably had these folks blocked. A baby mama could be significant. There's exposure of sins. Someone says, I'll do it all over again. And that's the reason why you're in the problems that you're in. Somebody's angry that their attempts have failed. That they're broken, lonely, or wanted you broken, lonely. Somebody acted foolishly in haste. A stepbrother may be significant. We also have a distorted feminine out here. So distorted feminine, distorted masculine, baby mama, stepbrother. Sagittarius or Capricorn. Loss of stability, home, job, or resources. You're no longer afraid. Somebody's afraid that you'll reject their offer, as you should. There's a power struggle. Could be dealing with a control freak. Somebody exhibits risky behavior. Someone is a liar. Someone's trying to swap destiny or karma. Someone is a con artist. You're better off without them. Hell, they see that too. There's an older woman involved. Someone's not taking responsibility. Sister. Release any burdens that are not yours. Somebody wanted to destroy your life and keep you second guessing, or you keep them second guessing. Again, Archangel Michael's out here twice, so you're like super, super protected. Child, don't worry about these people. Let them fall on their own sword. Go have fun. Yep. And a cheating man or woman. Bottom of the deck, money problems, poor spending habits. I think I'm just going to do the dice. I'm not going to do the birth dates or anything like that. Okay, we got the Sun, we got Saturn, and Neptune. Sun, Saturn, and Neptune. Sun is Leo. Saturn is traditionally Capricorn. Neptune is traditionally Pisces. Then I have Pisces, Cancer, and Capricorn. I have the first house, self. The 9th house of like higher learning, law, legal things, legal things. And 10th house of your public reputation. your business reputation, and achievements. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys. If any parts of this reading resonated for you, gave you clarity or confirmation over your own story, give the video a thumbs up and hype your girl up. If you would like to book a personal more aligned with your own story, all of my information is below in the description box, and I invite you to join me for a session. My books are always open. Don't forget to go into the archives if you're looking for stuff that's more relevant for right now. And also don't forget that I do offer 6 and 12-month prediction readings coming up for 2026. If you are interested, get in where you fit in, because those spots are very limited and they book really fast during the month of December. And I think I only have this upcoming week that's still open on my calendar, because the last week of November has been fully booked out. So get in where you fit in if you want to book a session with me. All right, I love you guys. Maybe I will come back later and do a live, because I kind of feel like I'm on a roll, right? I feel like I'm on a roll. All right, guys, I love you, and I will be back. Also, you know what's funny? If you're still watching, I realized that, because I think somebody left a comment yesterday, because I did a really short video, or whatever day that was when I think I went live that day, but I initially posted like a really short video, and I think it was like 40 minutes or whatever. And I believe that part of the reason why I've been making the videos a little bit longer is because I always try to join in on the live premiere, and I really enjoy hanging out with you guys. So I try to make it so that, because I kind of feel cheated too, like when the video is a little bit shorter and we're doing the live premiere and we're all in the chat, and we're talking and, you know, kikiing with each other, I kind of feel like I'm shortchanging me too. So I try to make them longer so that we can hang out together for a little while longer, right? So I will be back. I don't know when, but I'll be back later on today, whether it's another video or whether I go live, whatever, I'll be back. All right. I love you guys. Till next time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.